Ooh. Oh, my little soul shot. You don't need to be there. You can go there. Now we do this the most unpopular way ever, by clicking it. That's good. It really shouldn't be. Can you imagine that there was a time when you actually were considered a somewhat decent player if you were, you know, not doing stuff like this? Like, fucking tease with your mouse. Ay, ay, ay. It is rather practical if you want to smoke your pipe while doing it, to be fair. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like these mobs are dangerous in any real capacity, to be completely fair and honest. Kinda weak. Kinda weak indeed. Actually, I need to look up the name of that guy, because I kinda would like to see a bit more from him. Although, to be fair, he does take things a bit too far sometimes. It is rather refreshing, as I said, to just see someone in a political capacity being that brazen. It's like a fresh bit of a buzz, of fresh air. It feels quite nice. Poland. Surprisingly conservative of a country these days, apparently. Which is not really surprising, mind you, considering their history.
Do you have a question?
Not really, no, I don't have any questions. Use the bazooka to bring down this monstrosity. Okay. Where do I find that monstrosity? Inside the cave, I'm assuming. Heyo! You attacking me, little cunt. Can I do it for this distance? No, I cannot. Okay, fair enough, game. Get rid of this little cunt then. They really had a lot of fun with Cataclysm. Like, look, we have all of these new things we can do. Look at our vehicles. Look at our nice little new menus and shit that we have. For some mystical reason, decided it would be a good idea to put in. Whee! That didn't work well. I need to be closer. You wanna get fucked, bitch? Okay, I may have been a bit too, I mean, you know, I should know better. It is rather important to turn the dragon, well, the giant turtle in this case, in the direction so that the burst attack does not hit everyone. Very important lesson from the past. That I should have remembered at some point. And would work a lot better if I had a tank to actually do that for me. But alas, those days are of course over as well. Can I talk to you?
What's happening?
Yes, I can.
We got money to make.
I would assume after we learned on Kazan that, you know, making volcanoes explode is not actually a good idea to improve your living conditions. But apparently we're gonna do it all over again. I mean, to be fair, we do need a reason to leave these islands and join the Horde after all. Now that we could also point out it's a bit of a lazy way of doing it. I don't actually remember. Do all the goblins leave the islands? I don't remember. I do know, however, that technically speaking, burning this all down is actually not necessarily a bad thing in the long run. It will create some rather nice and fertile soil. Not that that was a problem beforehand, mind you, but it is what it is. Actually, I can use this nice opportunity to play around with the other pipe. Now then, my assumption is that this is not going to take that much longer to finish, after which I will reluctantly return and do my duties, because I still need to, actually speaking, today or tomorrow, I also need to go to the bank and get a nice overview of all the transactions that have been happening over the last 3 months or so. Because of course that is also rather important. And I need to send that all in. Then depending on how annoyed I feel, I'll probably come back and play some more. But at least sometime the next few days I would kinda like to sit down and play at least another few hours of fucking Frostpunk. I would like to see where the story goes. And how much I can fuck it up, of course. That too would be rather fun to find out. Because so far, at least far as I remember, we actually managed to stay, you know, not dead and frozen for quite a long while, and I'm rather interested to see if we can actually manage to keep that going. How full is my bag? No, there's no reason for me to care. And then I actually have to look up, because right now my desk is, well, even more messy than normal, and that means I also don't actually know where my little thingy is. My little list. Because I don't actually remember if our strategy is still some gotcha pulls. And that has been bothering me, mind you. As I said before, you know, at least trying to be somewhat fair in what I'm doing. It's actually rather a very goblin-esque way of dealing with landmines. Oh, there's a landmine. Well, that's an explosive. How do we deal with the explosives? More explosives. The worst strategy I've ever seen. I wasn't just because normally I have my little list around which tells me precisely, basically we know what you have given and what that implies. But since I had to make room, shit, that's not for all of the work-related stuff, I don't have it at my desk and I can't look it up immediately. Which means I'm not sure if I actually did all the Ace Combat runs I was supposed to be doing. And that kinda annoys me. Because I kinda want to make sure that actually everything is, you know, in order. But as for... I wonder what we should include for the next bit of gacha. That's a good question, actually. And technically I can turn pretty much everything I want into it. Like if these were the old days, we could do stuff now that requires people. I was about to say we could do this for, even for WoW, in the way of, you know, trying to get certain mounts or something that need to be dropped by certain bosses, for example. But the problem is most of those require, of course, a group of people. In some cases, it's not even just dungeon, so, you know, not just for other people, but more like raid, in which case you end up with a lot more people. Which I don't know. Are the old ones still available? We could try farming Onyxia or something, I guess, technically speaking. But the problem with that is, of course, that that would require more than just the pulse itself. I don't really like it. A, I need more people. B, I would need to actually pay a subscription, and then that's not going to work too well as it now. Shit as it might be. Well, I kind of would like to go back, revisit the old horns, basically. Actually, I don't even remember what I have from that era still. Do I have anything of that era from on this account, I wonder? Something to think about. I would have to look that up at some point. Oh, well. Some point or another. Stop that. I still have to destroy. Okay, I also need to kill a few more of you people, but yeah, that's not gonna be difficult. You spawn quite regularly. Okay, so we got all of that. Now we just need to kill a few more Alliance paratroopers. But well. Oh, well indeed. I need to write myself a note though that I actually going to have to look up where we are. You just... And you just disappeared. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. You don't wanna face me. That's fair, I suppose. I mean, technically, this should be a rather nice position to sit in, and because they're just going to fucking, you know, come at ya. Which makes this ridiculously fast. Good game all. I can just watch. It is nice to be a pet class though. Comes with a lot of added benefits. Also makes, you know, even in classic solo leveling a lot more relaxed. Is the way up? I need to walk around here like an idiot? Yes, of course I do. Actually, am I level 10? I'm pretty sure I am, which would mean that I can use a horse. But running around like a fucking idiot. I do sometimes realize that my mind is, especially when it comes to games like this, still very much caught in past. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not. I think it was originally it was 40. I think then it was like 20. And nowadays you can get riding at level 10. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, that's kind of cute. On the other hand, it's also kind of like, kind of takes the special away from that experience, doesn't it? But oh well.
Speak your mind.
I guess you could say I've always been a bit of a strange player anyway, so I guess my opinion on the meta is probably not the popular one. Otherwise Blizzard probably wouldn't have changed it.
Always got more to do.
Or so I at least imagine.
Let's get back to work.
Okay, what do I have? I have some machine guns and more machine guns. That doesn't seem like much. That's not a machine gun, that's rockets. Which, yeah, I'm not surprised. Actually, would I trust goblins to have a reasonable, safe rocket available to them? Yeah, just no. I would assume that to blow up one way or another. It's kind of cute, isn't it? Also the fact that I can't actually change my height is also kind of, you know, special. Oh well. Oh well. Complaints aside. It's rather cute, or it was rather cute during Cataclysm, when they first came. I don't know this shit. Okay, kinda cute. I don't know. The good old days. Then again, by the time Kata came out, I was already not that into it. Basically, I quickly realized that it is much more fun to take your time. And do your own things and enjoy those first and foremost.
Cheers, boss.
Good times.
You need anything, you come to me.
I believe you mean. Even if you take all the time in the world, you know, later you will reach the max level anyway. At which point you do have to find something new to do, to be fair. Bigger, strong ghost. Okay. I'm a combat still. I do load when that happens. Okay. That gets a bit too annoying, you little motherfuckers. Get fucked. I do load when they're like, oh no, we need some, you need some more viewers, why don't you buy them off of us? Well, because I don't really think that is, well, a workable solution. Actually, that reminds me, I did see, where was that? I think somebody showed me. I don't remember who. But I did saw one social media account that somebody showed me and like, look, this looks suspicious as fuck, doesn't it? Had like, you know, what was it, 1 million followers or so, but basically no interaction whatsoever with anything they did. I was like, aha, yeah, that's totally not bought. I mean, what's the point, really? Would it be satisfying to see something like, you know, a few thousand followers or subscribers or whatever the fuck? I mean, sure, yeah. That would be rather pleasant to see as a number displayed, sure. I'm not gonna even deny that. However, if I'm damn well aware that, let's say it's on Twitch or something, let's say I have like 10k followers, okay, that's cute. And if I stream there's like, you know, the usual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peoples that I know and love and adore, watching me still. Yeah, that would feel rather hollow, doesn't it? It would really feel hollow. But well, I guess some people do need just the numbers to stroke their ego. Well, it's quite the achievement, you know. If some big numbers are enough to get your PP hard. Cute. Bit of a weird fetish, but then again, you know, we live in an age, in a time, where people with the weirdest fetishes feel the incessant need to let the rest of the world know that they're into that shit, and for some reason. Although that too is not, you know, not without judgment. You know, some things. I always found it funny because, you know, there are some things that are just okay to be absolutely intrigued by in a, you know, sexual fashion. While others are partly problematic. It's like, okay, either or, you know. Yeah, it's okay to be fucking a horny bastard on the internet, or it's not. Make up your mind, please, at some point. Or, even better, you know, perhaps we should return to the age where people kept their weird little interests just to themselves, because, well, I don't want to know that you're into some fucking, really strange shit. I don't need to know that. Unless I'm trying to date you, in which case, yeah, then that becomes somewhat more of interest to me.
Careful out there. Move it.
We're just running around like little idiots. I speak inside the labor mine. Assuming that is that one. Because, well, it's a mine. And it is close by.
I need to target something first.
Actually, you need to resummon your fucking Void Walker first. That seems a bit more reasonable. Actually, is that really the only quest we have here? That seems kinda strange. Shouldn't we, you know, maybe free some of the goblins or something? Also the fact that Malevix immediately went from, you're my slaves now to, well, you're now my slaves again. 70, is anybody surprised by that? I'm not. That's a fucking goblin, what were you expecting? Some, high immoral choice. The way it is almost comically greedy, which I do rather find enjoyable, I must admit. I hate it when you do this. Well, to be fair, you know, with a certain access in a three-dimensional skin, the game always had its problems, let's say. Especially, you know, a certain exit that goes from up to down. It's especially interesting when you see it in a fucking, in one of the tower structures or something, from the human side. You can eat an amazing amount of damage by getting hit in a very special way. Why has my Wardwalker decided to fuck off again? Wow. Mostly because he just can. Which is a fair point, yes. And I don't think, under normal circumstances, a demon would stay longer than it absolutely needs to be, but in this case it's just, you know, just WoW being WoW. Just reminds me, actually, wasn't there the whole, what was it called, the hardcore mode for WoW Classic? Basically you have a permanent character death. I'm pretty sure that was a thing, yeah. I'm pretty sure I looked at it and was like, yeah, that's a horrible idea. That's a really horrible idea. Because WoW was never designed at all with the idea that the death would be a permanent thing. And the design is just as sloppy as you would expect from a game that is not designed to let your character die permanently. You can die to some ridiculous nonsense, to put it mildly.
Catch on the flip side. Keep it real.
Where was that actually? There was that one bridge that killed a few people. Or, even better, where's that? It's in the Plaguelands, isn't it? Somewhere in the Plaguelands. And there's actually a nice little interactable little something on the ground. Now, if you know what it is, you're not gonna fucking touch that thing. If you don't know what that is, you're just like, oh, it's interactable. Let's click it. And then you will die. Because it summons 3 elite mobs. See, if you played WoW back then and you went through that experience, I mean, not really a problem, huh? You know, you just went through it and then like, okay, so sure enough. Not a problem at all. However, if you do that and you have A, never done it because it's quite easy to overlook this particular little fucking thing, or B, you never played back then and so you really have no way of actually knowing this beforehand, and then you end up because in order to be at that area you would need to be, I think, at least over level 50, considering how long that takes in Classic. Now imagine you finding that, activating it, and dying a rather horrible death, losing all of that progress. I don't know, what would be a good number of hours to assume to level 60 in Classic? At least, I don't know, 180, 200, maybe 250, depending a bit on how you go at it. And that's a lot of progress you just lost because of, you know, curiosity. And because there's stuff like that. There's also some clipping problems with some bridges where you can just fall through the bridges and fucking die, which is also, you know, not ideal, let's say. Not ideal at fucking all. Can you imagine how frustrating it would be to have to start all over again because of something stupid like that? I can imagine how fucking that would be. So I looked at that idea just once and went like, you know, I'm not going to deal with that shit. And you probably shouldn't either. I actually found some nice video. It was like 20 minutes of just people dying in that. It's been a while since I watched it though. Kinda would have to look it up again at some point. Because it was amazingly fun. See the reactions.
What's the word on the street?
Well, the word on the street at all is kinda, you know, bad at the moment. Get used to it. Kinda need some more of the Azure Cola, don't I? Hello, Gobbler. Goodbye. To be more precise. Bring some goblins. Is it a good idea to free goblins? Probably not, honestly. Probably would be a better idea to just let them, you know, die out. But since we are one ourselves, I guess that would come with some also nasty consequences for ourselves. You have a succubus already. I don't like you, because that means you're farther along the way than me. Ah, the succubus. Was actually a pretty damn good pet in its day, I will point out. Quite useful. Oh, I would need a bit more in the way of fucking, yeah, there's more Coke. See, this is just original Coca-Cola, you know, with all the ingredients as they should be. Which is why it gives the goblins so many great ideas and makes them so smart. You could ask if, you know, Blizzard might have potentially gone a bit too far.
Well, spit it out.
Okay.
Keep your ear to the ground.
That, we dealt with that. I'm gonna outside the getting on the list.
Go get him, champ.
Means I need to kill you again or there. Maybe not. Maybe you're just gonna walk away from me. In the direction I need to go, sadly. Well, that's not good. No walking well. But yeah, I think I'm relatively reasonably sure that we will be through this area rather soon-ish. Not that I remember it completely, but you know, it's just what it feels like. I think then you end up in Ashara. Pretty nice area. Did you just kill my fucking... I can respect that. It's quite the hassle. Hey, for some reason everything is on fire. I must have missed something. Because I should absolutely resummon my little pet, shouldn't I? Actually, one of the interesting things, but nowadays... And I think that is an quite a true turn here. Doesn't really feel nearly as threatening to run around. Felt a bit more deadly in the past, and usually my dying is still just, at the end of the day, a nuisance and nothing else, honestly. And it always has been. But it did feel a bit more dangerous, the world in and of itself. Okay. Tish, a result of the times. A lot of the changes that were made to WoW over the years are somewhat reflective of what people have actually, you know, somewhat gotten themselves into. Because you see, classic WoW was, for all intents and purposes, actually designed relatively simplistic. Not only because, hey, in that way, you know, a bit of latency wouldn't be that much of a problem. And B, of course, because, well, Blizzard had at one point assumed that people would just have the information and the UI that they were giving them. It kinda changed quickly. Which means a lot of the more modern designs in WoW, even, you know, boss designs and shit, are kinda situated around the idea that people will have mods and add-ons that will tell them what to do when. Anyway. Which of course allows for a far higher degree in complexity. If that is a good thing, honestly, I don't think so. Honestly, I think, I mean, maybe not outright, but Blizzard should definitely reduce the amount of add-ons that are allowed quite a bit. Well.
Hey, how you doing?
Because, you know,
Keep your ear to the ground.
at some point it becomes just fucking ridiculous. To the point where the game basically... And what's the point if the game basically plays itself and you're just, you know, becoming a bit of a watcher? I mean, you can get some things, but... Especially for the original, if you take some of the boss mechanics. Because these are the ones I'm most familiar with, to be completely fair. They weren't really that complex, to put it mildly. It's not something that you would require a fucking master's degree to understand and act with. Especially, you know, the basic lessons like do not stand in fucking fire, or poison for that matter, because, well, for some mystic reason, that is kind of deadly. Well, they're really that hard to grasp, let's just say. Didn't require any, you know, very precise movement as well, just a bit of actual awareness of what is happening. That is basically all about required. I mean it, man. It was true for not only just the dungeon, but it was also very much so true for the raids later on. It wasn't really that complicated, in my humble opinion. Doesn't mean that people didn't fuck up. No, people managed to fuck up royally quite often. In hilarious ways. Like, you know, blowing up a whole raid with a living bomb, for example. Yeah, that's fun. That's just fucking simple mechanic, even. But well, and apparently there was more than enough of a need for somebody to actually, you know, write a whole fucking little adjunct so that people could see and get a fucking even more obvious warning that, oh no, something is going on, you should do this or that or that. But apparently, and now actually thinking things through was too much to ask. I have a distinct feeling I will have to go back to that and tell them of my success. It's on board. Yes. You just shredder away most happily-peppily. Come on. Just stop existing for a bit. You do not need to exist. Okay, I kind of figured I would have to go back to... Yeah, it is a bit annoying to be fair, but no, it is what it is. You do what you have to do after all. I have no interest in fighting you. Why would I have any interest in fighting you? I'm just going to fucking run away. Because, you know, smart. And better, so it's just not really worth it to kill more than the quest actually requires. This is not fucking classic. Sham grinding has always been required.
Hit the road. What?
Be careful out there.
That, to be fair, was kind of a bit of a weak design on the part of a Blizzard back then. Namely the fact that there just was not enough experience to be gained by quests in order to actually reach max level, so some grinding was always gonna be required of you anyway. But hey, you know. A lot of lessons needed to be learned first before they could be applied. Yeah, still did a good job, no? All around. My god, I'm getting too lazy. I'm not even going to apply all of them. I'm not too sure that's a good idea. But, man, it's a bit too late now, isn't it? Yes. Gosh, a tiny little bit too late. Too late to care. And so now we're going to destroy a fucking oil platform, you know. That doesn't really sound like a good idea. Nor does it sound like a reasonable thing to do, considering that it does kind of make, you know, sense to just kill everyone and take over the platform. I mean, don't you want some fucking oil? I would like some fucking oil. It's rather nice. Ah yeah, we also need to kill Chippendale. A little bastard who does not deserve any mercy, as far as I'm concerned. some reason, my Void Walker has once again decided to fuck off to the wherever land. He really likes doing that for some mystical reason. I mean, I'm not blaming him per se, it's just a bit annoying having to resummon him every fucking few minutes. It does not please me at all. Okay, so where's the last release? Well, should be somewhere here. Should be. Should be is always a good point to make, isn't it? Should be, would be, could be. Ah, there's. That was pretty damn loose, wasn't it? Hello, enemy. It's like, I can't believe you do this to me. Why don't you believe it? Have you forgotten that we are all goblins here? Backstabbing is basically part of, is the greatest family tradition. It's like, why would you assume anything else from me? Just because he's afraid for his life, to be fair. Press the button. Destroy platform. Seems unreasonable? Yes. But who cares? Oh, the Eye of Kilrock. That's cute. Although, to be fair, it is somewhat... not really that useful ability, to be completely fair. I mean, that's basically, you know, sending out a little spy thing that you can look through. Which is neato, I guess, but it doesn't really have that much applicable...
Yeah, what do you want? Keep your ear to the ground.
things going good. Well, I'm in one of their things now. Best disguise ever. Who would assume that goblin in there is actually, you know, me. When we're done with this, I've gotten my fix.
Great to see ya. Always got more to do.
Candy cane.
Let's get back to work.
You do know it's like, well, you know, just open the chest and take out a heart. Like, okay, no, I'm sure that's a good idea, reasonable response. Like, yeah, totally. Okay. An attempt to find the lady and kill the lady. God damn it, there are more quests, aren't there? I'm always getting so fucking distracted. Okay, who of you cunts has more quests? You.
Speak up! Ambition is the mother of invention.
Well, that is explosions. If we're taking the goblins into account. Ah, I see somebody sitting on a nice little deck for himself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why not, I suppose? For someone who it wouldn't be as easy as just go in, kill one person, go back out again. It would have been, or could have been so easy. But now, no. That now I need to save the goblins again, because apparently goblins have an unfortunate tendency to end up in cages. Are you sure that's a good idea, lady? Life will not be a happy one, I can tell you that much already. Yeah. Goblin actually makes a good point. Just open the door, please. Just let me out. Where would be the fun of that? I guess she's up there. I will politely assume. Da, 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 da. Hello, bitch. There's no but sweetie here. There's just fucking murder. Actually a bloody fucking miracle that the goblins actually managed to fucking procreate without, you know... considering their tendency to be rather mean to each other. I mean, I can't do that well in combat. I'm not in combat. I would walkers in combat. Now this time, make damn well sure that you're not getting dismounted again. It's rather annoying if I have to fucking walk.
Something on your mind? Come on, we got money to make.
Run along now.
What's happening? Always got more to do.
And is there anything else? No? Okay. So what can I do? Keep a football with the trade prints and target and charge the trade prints. Okay. All seem to be very specific abilities. Targeted very specifically at one specific individual. Well, you know, that does not ever stop me from doing more things.
I see the trader is here to rescue you, Warchief. How convenient. I need to move these tax files to me. The fall.
Da-dee-da-dee-da. He thinks he's so tough, he's not gonna live long, I see. They're just sitting here. He's cutting into you most nicely.
So money.
Okay. It's a very goblin thing to say. Downsizing. No, I put downsize.
You burned down my headquarters. Now I'm going to burn down you.
I mean, technically speaking, I didn't burn down your headquarters. I'm pretty sure that was, Delphine, wasn't it? I mean, I'm not responsible for any, damages incurred.
Well, I dispose of these toxic assets all over.
Got you not. That image in my head is not getting better. In fact, it's getting worse.
I don't have a time. Uncle, I give. You guys are too much.
Can we just kill it now? It would be
I'm
rather...
beaten. You've shown me the error of my ways. From here on out, I promise to reform the way the cartel is run.
He's never gonna do that.
I'm your top.
Can I not?
For now, you will remain the trade prince of the Bilgewater cartel. I will send a representative from amongst your people.
And to be fair, you do have to question Thrall's intellect if he's willing to let Gallivex continue to be the fucking trade prince instead of putting somebody else in charge who's, you know, they might be more willing. But alas, it is what it is. That is not going to change.
I'm all ears, boss.
I'll speak with Thrall at the Gallivex docks. Why did you force me to go back if you want me to go here again?
Loktar, friend. What is it you wish?
Yay, victory! So now, am I going to be able to do that? I'm pretty sure that's not here, is it? Ah, really quests. Need to the dock. On the ship when you're ready to set sail. Okay. That's a lot of people. That's the person I'm supposed to be talking to. Jesus Christ. Can I just talk to you?
Time, money, you get the drift.
There. Right in front where she would be. I couldn't see her, of course. Sounds like something I would do. Sounds indeed like something I would do. But then again, you know, there's a saying about hiding a fucking tree in a forest, and she was literally a goblin amongst many, so there must be some truth to that particular saying. Would politely suggest. Okay.
Talk to me. Be seeing ya. Bye-bye now.
I was about to say, are you just going? Yes, you are. I mean, to be fair, technically speaking, this is not necessary any longer because I have my own mount that I can ride all that happily peppily. But I guess there was a time when that wouldn't have been the case. My bags are kind of full, aren't they? Anything in here I want to equip? I guess there was. Well, that rope looks fucking horrible. And again, goblins do have a tendency to just outright look somewhat horrible, to be fair. Yep. Oh, I'm just gonna have to take it. Well, we're gonna quickly finish this up. Easily peasily. Akrama. No.
I am Sarfang, brother of Bloxigar.
I should introduce yourself. Last one.
Do not grow old, if you can help it.
You do realize that the only alternative to, you know, not growing old would be to die young. I don't really sound that good, I don't know.
Hail, friend. Goodbye. Stay strong. Keep your weapons sharp.
Well, I guess we can waste a few more minutes doing some nice little side questy things. Oh yeah, the new race thingy. Ah, elevators. What a nice thing to have. Totally doesn't kill people, you know, left, right, and center. Especially the ones in Undercity had a rather nasty reputation. Classic for killing people. Now, mind you, that was a reputation that was well deserved, because the amount of corpses you could find there were quite amazing. I have a distinct feeling I don't want to do this, though. Where's the fucking rear gate of, Ogrima? To be fair, I don't remember all the paths. Mostly because, well, Oguma's nice and fancy, but I don't really run around it that much, for the most part. I know what the auction house is. Everybody's like, yeah, no surprise. How the fuck did I get there again? Probably through that big gate. But still, I believe, I hope, I think, mayhaps, perhaps, chances tell me it could be. Pandaren, Mar. I never really liked the Pandaren, to be fair. But well, to each their own. I'm sure there are some players who enjoy being fat panda. What to say, you can't argue about taste? Yeah, that's a good example, isn't it? Again, I'm right now playing Goblin, so I guess my opinion could be invalidated to some people anyway. But you know, pretty fair, pretty fair. Is there a merchant somewhere here? Probably, I just not seeing him. Ah, that's...
Spit it out. This gig ain't so bad.
Strength and honor. Go forth to victory. Dabu.
And I think I've done my fun part of the day. Oh, well, potentially at least. Because there are two things I still technically speaking have to do. One, I absolutely have to do, the other is more like, and I should do it so I can get it out of the way. One is that I need to get to the bank. That is something I have to do, and since the midday break is over at this point, yeah, it's 2:30, so they have gotta opened again. Hopefully that is not going to take that much time. Because as though I do need to get myself some groceries in the good old-fashioned way of, you know, going out and buying them and then dragging my sorry little ass plus some extra weight back home again. Then I would like to eat something. Because, you know, eating is actually rather important. It's the kind of stuff that keeps you alive for some mystifistical reason. So I can't really make any promises if I will be, well, sane enough to play some more later on. If so, we'll probably play something that we can just slip in nice and easily, do a nice little one-off and be done with. Alternatively, and that kind of depends over the next few days, so at least my genius plan goes, apart from the things that I do have to do, if I want to or not, that need to take priority, because otherwise, you know, yeah, I imagine being homeless and streaming is rather difficult at the same time. So I would rather like to try and avoid that. So there's that to deal with. But as for next projects, we do have more Frostpunk 2 on the menu. Is it actually out yet? That is something I actually... These Nordics. Here it is. 25th of October. So 2 weeks, basically. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that actually has multiplayer. Has it now? Do they have it? Actually, that's what... Yeah, that's self. The nice thing is I immediately open the wrong window and go like, that's a lot of porn. Okay, I mean, Monstrum Nox. Does Monstrum Nox have co-op? Because Monstrum Nox I have.